Hey, welcome back to Postal Barbecue. I'm Jabin Postal, and today at the grill, I'm cooking up some delicious Korean-style chicken wings on the slow and sear kettle grill that are absolutely delicious. You're gonna love them for sure. So just like always, I'm gonna put all the show notes as well as the full recipe in the description box below for you. So make sure to click them there, see everything that you need for this cook. Also, if you like what we're doing on this channel, consider subscribing for more great barbecue recipes, tutorials, and reviews. Now, other than that, let's get into the cook. Hey, welcome back to Postal Barbecue. I appreciate you being here. Today at the grill, I'm gonna be cooking up some incredible Korean style chicken wings on the slow and sear kettle, and these are absolutely delicious. You're gonna love them for sure. There's not much to do to prepare them. All we have is some chicken wings, and today I'm gonna be going for the full intact wing. It has the drum and the flat, as well as the little tip still intact, because I love when I find these in my local grocery store because they just look so appealing after everything is all cooked and ready to eat. And so if you want to go ahead and get some party wings that are already split with the drums and the flats already disconnected, go for it. But end of the day, you're absolutely gonna love this recipe. So to get started with this, you're gonna need some gochujang pepper paste. We have some rice vinegar, honey, brown sugar, garlic, ginger, and then I have some flour, some baking powder, and my seasoning. And today I'm gonna be using my Postal Barbecue chicken rub because this stuff goes incredibly well on any sort of chicken wing. And so to get started with this recipe, I have a zip bag. I'm gonna place all the chicken wings into this bag to get started with. And then I'm gonna throw in all of my dry ingredients, and what this is gonna do is gonna help make a little bit of a batter to help cook the chicken wings, because we want these chicken wings to be a little bit extra crispy and allow that sauce, that Korean barbecue sauce, or that Korean style sauce, to really just attach to these wings. And so to get started with this, I have about 2 tablespoons of baking powder. I'm just gonna put this in there. And then to that, I'm doubling that with 4 tablespoons of just regular flour. And then to this, I'm gonna add in probably about a tablespoon, maybe a little bit more of my chicken rub. Just gonna dump some of this in there. There we go. And then to that, I'm gonna take some chili infused olive oil. If you don't have this, go ahead and use some regular olive oil. That's gonna work just fine. But this is gonna help all of those dry ingredients start to stick to the outside of the wings, and just kind of eyeball it. I'm probably gonna start with, a couple tablespoons of that just to get going. And close this up. I'm just gonna begin shaking around this bag. All right, there we go. It's all shaken up. And let me just show you what these look like. All right, just take a look at this. You can see all of that baking powder and the flour has really just grabbed onto that chicken wing. And this is gonna help, just like I said, crisp up the wings so that we can get our sauce to really stick nicely to the outside after the chicken wings are all done. So I did already go ahead and get the slow and sear kettle already set up for cooking. And so let me show you how I did that. To set up the grill for today's cook, I filled with the slow and sear basket completely full, and then I took my sous vide gun by Grill Blazer and I got those coals fully lit. Once they're lit, I then added in my elevated cooking grate and then close the lid and let the grill come up to around 375 to 400 degrees. All right, my grill is all set up for cooking. I did go ahead and place in my elevated cooking grate into the slow and sear kettle, and this is where I'm gonna be cooking because it's a little bit higher up, which means it's gonna get a little bit more of that heat, which is gonna help, again, crisp up these wings really nicely. And so with everything all prepared, let's go ahead and get these chicken wings onto the grill opposite the coals. And for this cook today, this is gonna take about 45 to 60 minutes for the chicken wings to come up to the temperature that I'm looking for. And this is gonna be about 190 to even up to 200 degrees. Pushing them that much isn't gonna change anything. This is gonna be juicy, tender, absolutely delicious. And this is in my preferred range for sure. And so I'm gonna let these cook for probably about 20 minutes. I'm gonna come back around that time to flip the wings as well to make our Korean style gochujang sauce. I'm 20 minutes now into this cook, and I want to show you what they look like. I'm also going to be flipping the wings to promote some even cooking. So let's open the grill and just take a look first of all. Guys, just look at those wings. You can see that breading that we put on the outside is starting to firm up a little bit. They're nowhere near done, but what I'm gonna do, like I said, I'm gonna flip these wings because we wanna just promote some even cooking, get some of the underside nice and crispy as well. We go, get that lid closed back up. And while we're waiting for the wings to continue to cook, let's go ahead and make our Korean style barbecue sauce or glaze, whatever you want to call it, because this is what we're going to be using to base these wings with. So I'm going to start with some gochujang sauce, and this is what it is. It's a little bit more of a paste and then a sauce really. So I'm going to take about 4 tablespoons of this. I'm going to place it into my skillet. Go. Then I'm going to grab some soy sauce. I'm going to place in probably about 1/3 of a cup of soy sauce to this. There we go. I'm also going to take some rice vinegar. I'm going to place in about a tablespoon, maybe a tablespoon and a half of this. Next, I'm going to grab my honey, and again, I'm going to place in probably about 1/4 of a cup of honey to this. I have about 1/4 cup of brown sugar. Next, I have a 1/2 tablespoon of really finely minced, almost pasted like ginger, and then the same with the garlic. I have about 5 to 6 cloves of garlic that I minced down into a fine paste. I'm going to place that in there as well. And then I'm just going to mix this together. All right, that's mixed together really nicely. So I'm just gonna give it a little taste. Oh my goodness, that's delicious. Okay, so all we need to do is heat it up on the grill before we can put it onto those wings. So I'm just gonna get this spoon out of the way, and then I'm gonna place this sauce directly over the coals. There we go. Close up that lid, and I'm going to continue to cook the wings until they reach that 40-minute mark, and at that point we're going to come back and we're going to flip the wings one last time. I've been cooking these wings for about 40 minutes now. My sauce has also been simmering over the edge of those coals for probably about 10 to 15 minutes now, and so that sauce should be done. I'm going to remove it from the grill, as well as I need to flip these wings just to promote, again, that even cooking so we get a nice crispy finish to the top side of these wings. So let's take a look at these wings. Guys, you can see that the tips of those wings are starting to darken up a little bit, as well as the sauce is simmering away. And so let's get the sauce off the grill. There we go. It's going to place it right here. And then I'm going to flip these wings one last time. I'm also going to just quickly probe the internal temperature of these wings just to see where they're at. About 185, so they're not going to take much longer. And again, I'm going to be pushing these up to the 200 range for sure, because I want that outside to really crisp up. And so I'm going to come back in probably about 10, maybe 15 minutes to take a look at them to see if they're good and done. My wings have been cooking for probably about 50 minutes now. It's been about 10 minutes since I last flipped the wings, and they were around 185, so they should be around 200, maybe slightly over that. So let's open the grill and just take a look. Guys, these look really great. You can see that the flour is starting to char up a little bit, and that's totally okay, because this means that the baking powder and flour mixture is doing its job. It's getting nice and crispy, and this is exactly what we're looking for. And so let's probe this. We have 200, got 205. Yeah, 205. And so these wings are completely done. So I'm going to grab my bowl, and I'm going to get them off the grill. gonna close up that lid. And whenever I'm doing sort of a breaded chicken wing or a flour and baking powder mixture wing, I do like to let them sort of sit for just a couple minutes, and that's gonna allow that coating on the outside just to kind of firm up a little bit more even. And so these have been sitting for a couple minutes, and just take a look at that. You can see they're incredibly crispy. There's that breading that's kind of turned into a little bit of flaky consistency. So what I'm gonna do now, because they have been sitting for a couple minutes, I'm gonna pour on some of this Korean sauce, this Korean style barbecue sauce. And then I'm just gonna mix them around. All right, that looks pretty good. And I'm gonna get these out of the bowl, plate it on the cutting board, and then we'll come back and we'll get ready for the taste test. It only took about 50 minutes to make these Korean style chicken wings, and they smell absolutely phenomenal. You can see that the sauce that we made is totally covering the entire outside of these wings because of that flour baking powder mixture that we put on there. It's just absorbed and sucked in all of that incredible flavor from the sauce. I can't wait to go for the taste test, and so I'm gonna grab this guy right here. Right away, I can see that they're incredibly sticky. And one of the things I like to do when I'm cooking wings like this that aren't already split apart is I like to pull them. If they pull apart really nicely, it means they're perfectly done. Just take a look at that. Okay, I'm gonna go for the taste test and see how they are. Oh my. Wow. These wings, they're incredible. Wow. Oh my goodness. You pick up that spice right away from the gochujang sauce, but it's also paired really nicely with that soy and that honey coming together perfectly. It's perfectly balanced. Those toasted sesame seeds that I put on there are adding a lot of extra flavor. This is a wing recipe that's absolutely delicious. I gotta go for the drum here. Mmm. You know, it's crispy, it's spicy, it's sweet, a bit smoky. These are delicious. I mean, just take a look at them. They're spicy, they're sweet, they're absolutely delicious, and I know you're gonna love them, so I hope you give them a try. This flat is calling my name, so I'm gonna pull out this bone, and I'm gonna go for another bite. Mmm. That's delicious. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. These Korean style chicken wings are out of this world delicious, and I know you're gonna love them for sure. So make sure to give them a try right away. Hey, if you want to see more barbecue videos just like this one, make sure to hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell. Also, special thank you to all my Patreons and channel members for supporting this channel every single week. So until next time, keep that fire lit and get cooking.